Welcome to another session. Today I'll be talking about writing an award-winning statement of purpose for PTDF scholarship. Uh, the statement of purpose that students or applicants upload on PTDF scholarship portal is one of the most technical areas that the people screening applicants look very close to, and it's a technical area because there are fundamental things that those doing the screening actually need to see in every statement of purpose that is potentially going to win the scholarship. So today I'll be addressing those technical areas and what is expected of every applicant. The first thing about the statement of purpose is your past. When I say your past, I mean that's what have you studied before, where have you studied before, and then what relevance does it have to the oil and gas. That's the first aspect of the technical area. The second aspect of the technical area is where are you currently? What work or experience do you have? How relevant also is it to the oil and gas industry? And the third technical area is where are you going? Where will you be tomorrow? And what relevance does it have to the oil and gas sector? So these are precisely three technical areas and questions you need to answer in a statement of purpose for you to be able to scale through the statement of purpose and eventually get invited for the interview. So I'll be addressing these questions and in relations to an area I'm very good at. First, just like I said, where have you been? What have you studied? And how relevant is it to the study of to the area of oil and gas? You see, your degree, that's where your degree matters. For MSc students, your degree, that's what they are asking you here. Now, from the very beginning of your statement of purpose, you are supposed to start with what passion you have about your degree, what drives you towards that degree, and then how were you able to achieve it, and then its relevance to the oil and gas. Believe me or not, most degrees are actually general in nature. However, there are specifications. That's what differentiates an award-winning statement of purpose with others. For example, if you are coming from the management or social science or business areas, these are general areas, but maybe along the line you study one of the courses you studied has relevance to oil and gas. It's important for you to study there. And then your passion, what do you see, for the whole those years that you've been into the university, what do you see that can be changed, can be made, can improvement be made? It's also part of the things you state at the very first paragraph of your statement of purpose. That is, I'm driven by so passion. This leads me to studying so course, and the so course is relevant to the area of oil and gas. Now, let me give you an example where let's use public policy as an example. Public policy is an important area of the study of social sciences. Whatever happens in the oil and gas industries as a result of one or two policies that were put in place. So therefore, I find it extremely very important to study public policy as it relates to oil and gas, because every problem that arises from the oil and gas is a result of a public policy. So this is just a typical example of how you should start a statement of purpose as regards to oil and gas policy. Then the second question is, where are you right now and what experience do you have? Now, after you graduate, definitely, unless you are coming directly through from your NYC, definitely you must have been into something. So, so you studied there. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm working with this social industry. I'm working with this social oil and gas company, and this is what I've noticed, and this will be relevant for me in the future. For example, let's go back to our example, public policy. Okay, after graduation and completing my NYSC for 1 year, I find it very important that I venture into the academic line to impact on others on my knowledge of public policy. And through this, I've come to understand that there is more to understanding public policy, as the academics allow me to interrogate literatures, find faults, cover literature gaps, and therefore the study of oil and gas is very important to the development of my career as a lecturer or as an administrator, whichever one you pick. So this is the typical example of how you write the second section of the statement of purpose, where you are currently and what impact are you making and what relevance does it have. And then the next aspect of the statement of purpose is, where do you see yourself in the nearest future? That is, in 5 years time, which impact will you make to the oil and gas industry if eventually sponsored? So here you just state how, okay, how you definitely return to the country upon finishing completion of your study, and which area, that is, maybe if you are coming from a lecturing aspect, you say, okay, coming back to your university to impact on other students and continue lecturing and researching the areas of oil and gas. Or probably you work in the private sector, maybe you identify a problem, so after the study of the MSc you eventually research on it and develop potential problem solving research. There are many of it. So this is essentially what you are expected to write in your statement of purpose: where you have been, what you've done, how relevant it is to oil and gas, then where you are currently, what are you doing, and how relevant it is to the area of oil and gas. And then lastly, uh, what impact will you make upon completion of the study. And then one also important thing to also state at the end of the the statement of the purpose is for you to clearly define why you pick the courses you pick, how important it is to you, to your society, and to the oil and gas industry, why you pick the university you picked, how important is it for you, your community, and the oil and gas company. And then demonstrate that at the last part of the statement of purpose you are writing. So I believe with this guide you will write a very well structured statement of purpose if you go along application of PTDF scholarship. And this, lastly, I also want to say, this not only about PTDF scholarship. This structure has almost to do with all scholarships. All scholarships expect you to write statement of purpose or plan of action, whatever it's called. These are technical areas where you have to put in mind that once writing statement of purpose, you have to capture them. I hope you find this educating and also relevant. Don't forget to share with others, and also like and subscribe to my